Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vaudacity's Open Mic Night, the Heartfire Cabaret. Happy Saturday night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for being here for this very important evening of entertainment, as it is... it's a very important evening on so many levels. But first I want to introduce y'all to and invite in my co-host for these open mic nights, Mr. Craig Jackman. Give it up for Craig. Who knows if he's related to Hugh or not? Jackman!
Ta-da! So good to see you. Welcome back. Aloha and all that.
Aloha! You're keeping in the festive spirit. I just got back from Hawaii, but I feel like I'm still there with your choice of attire and background. I love it. I appreciate it.
Of course. Well, the heart's fire. We have to burn that definitely for the show.
Absolutely.
And, you know, you being in Hawaii at this time, wow, what a great way to, I guess, transition from the summer to the fall.
Yes. We've always gone... so my wife Jamie and I, we honeymooned there. That was my first time there. Then we spent our first anniversary there, and then we've been back a few times over the past years. But we've always gone in mid-summer, like May, like early summer, I guess. It was our first time there in September, and honestly, the weather was exactly the same. So thankful.
And
for
those
that.
pictures that you shared with everybody, Paul.
Aww.
Wow. I mean, are you sure you're not photographing postcards? Because, I mean, with the ones with you and the family, and then the ones with Noah and Everly, were just amazing.
Yeah. Well, I can't take credit for Mother Nature and God's creation. So, but thank you. We were just enjoying it so much. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy that it's like, it's an island in the middle of the ocean that, you know, we can just go just take a break at sometimes. And it's nuts. Like the miracle of flight and navigation and just getting out there during these COVID times was crazy. With all the Hawaii has some very tense and specific COVID guidelines and testing is for visitors coming into the state. So that part was stressful, but it always blows my mind how it feels like a whole other world, but it's
yes.
It's so
yes.
close. It's like right there.
And it's part of the U.S.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. I mean, all the islands have their own unique personality, I think would be a great word to say.
Yeah, absolutely. We still need to visit so many. We've been to Maui and Kauai, and we love them both. But we on our list is to visit all of them. So hopefully throughout the years we'll be able to do that and share it with the kids. It was our first time on a plane with the kids. It was Noah's first flight. He's 3 years old. And he was so good both ways.
Both ways. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, just such a patient boy. So good.
And, of course, Everly, we could see, was taking that in.
Yes. She, of course, flew to Pittsburgh to film The Chair.
Right.
But she was such a good big sister. She's like, I'm going to show him the seatbelt and this and that. And she was so good. But thank you so much for that. And it's so good to be home. Of course, you know, no matter how many days you spend in paradise, there is no place like home. And we're happy to be back.
As he clicks his glass slippers.
Wish it was easy as that getting home. But we're in for an exciting night of entertainment here on Vaudacity's Open Mic Night. We have so many great performers stepping up to perform with us again, and some for the first time virtually.
This is going to be amazing, and everybody's in for a great treat. Celebrating not just the people who are here as our regulars, but our new regulars.
Yes. As Polly's Picnic and this channel, Vaudacity, has always been just built on this spread your wings, try new things, do scary stuff, and get out there and try it. And that's what Open Mic Night's all about. And so excited to see some of the performances here tonight. I mean, all of the performances here tonight, but some of the newer people, you know, just jumping out there and being brave and getting their feet wet. Of course, it is Patriots Day. It's 9/11. It is the 20-year anniversary of the September 11 attacks, and we would be remiss if we didn't at least, you know, acknowledge and mention it. And I had, it's kind of the same thing with last year when all the George Floyd stuff was going on. When I thought, well, should we even be doing a show right now? Does it feel
Yeah.
right? And I remember back then, 20 years ago, hearing like the that conversation and that um, people were asking not only each other but themselves, like, sh- should I feel wrong about like going out to the movies tonight? Is it bad if my boyfriend and I go on a date? September 12th, September 13th. Like, should
Right.
like we feel guilty about enjoying our lives with the tragedy that just occurred? And I think the lessons throughout, there's so many lessons to be learned, but obviously one of the things that everybody comes back to is escapism, is entertainment, is
Mm-hmm.
finding the ability to just unplug from whatever's going on for a while and get immersed in some entertainment. And so even 20 years later, it feels like, is it wrong to be doing this on this day? But I think that any of the victims, any of the 2,977 victims and their families would all agree that while it is important to acknowledge what happened and always remember and never forget, it's also important to enjoy our lives and get lost in some great entertainment for a minute.
And enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Enjoy whatever life is bringing to us. That's something that I want to share in a few minutes.
Yeah. Before we reflect further on 9/11 and Patriots Day, we did want to just take a moment of reflection for everybody out there personally. I know you've done it throughout the day, but we'll just take a moment to remember the victims and their families. And at this time, we want to invite any of the cast members tonight that want to just share a quick thought, any feelings about what 9/11 means to them, to go ahead and pop on. And we'll start with you, Craig, since you just kind of mentioned it. What would you like to share?
Well, I posted it a little earlier today, but I really felt this is kind of how I feel when you brought it up in, before we started the show. And I just would like to read. It's a little bit about what happened, at least to me, on that day and that perspective. So, how many of us woke up on that fateful morning staring at our TV sets and wondered if, in disbelief, really, if what we were watching was a movie trailer, only to find out that it was an unbelievable reality. Hearing the announcers describe what was unfolding in front of us, with our mouths wide open, not understanding at the moment that we just lost a piece of innocence. And later that day, working near the Orange County Airport, there was an eerie silence. No planes flying, no noise, no activity. Something was different. Looking up into the sky, as beautiful a day as it was, trying to know and understand what just happened, all our lives changed that day, and the indelible memory remains. In remembrance and honor of 9/11 2001. Never forget. Always remember and live for today.
It's beautiful. You wrote that?
I wrote that.
Wow.
That was, I
Beautiful,
think,
Craig.
that was a year after 9/11. It was that powerful.
Yeah.
I can still see it. Just like I know exactly where I was, what I was doing. But the thing is, like we were talking about before, and what we're saying now, we got to live for today.
Yeah. And that's a theme in like a lot of pretty much every movie that I've written. Enjoy the moment, live for today, and yeah, my memories of that day are just like I was working at the warehouse music, the warehouse in Simi Valley, selling CDs. I had no idea any of it had happened. I opened the store. People were coming in. I remember in retrospect, one lady was buying some CDs and she was on her cell phone and she was saying, doesn't the government pay hundreds of people to make sure this never happens? And it just didn't register to me that like anything was going on. We didn't have TVs in the store. It wasn't until my mom brought me lunch that day and she told me the World Trade Center in New York is gone. America is under attack. I was just like, it was like watching a movie. It's that whole displacement, like you're living this moment, but you're like watching a movie. Is that happening? And then at the end of my shift, I got home and I started watching the news and they were replaying it over and over and over again. And as I shared on social media earlier today, like I had just been there a couple of years before that, like standing on top of one of those towers and just to see them go down and to see, one of the things that really stuck with me from that was there was a pair of foreign documentary makers. I'll have to find the documentary. I'll post the link to it. But they were making a documentary about one of the firehouses that was right there at the time.
I think I've
they
seen
were
that one, yeah.
literally in the building as it was on fire and with the fire department, with all of those firefighters as they were trying to figure out how to save as many people as they possibly could. They had cameras rolling. They were in there. One of the guys was in the second tower when it collapsed. He thankfully survived. But like you see it on TV and you see these far away images of it falling down. And just to see these documentaries of it happening and as it's happening inside and to see the selfless sacrifices and the bravery of not only the first responders, but just people who were working there that day as they tried to save as many other people as they could. It is one of the, obviously the biggest tragedies of our lifetime. Yeah. And, but also just one of the biggest symbols of how amazingly heroic and selfless people can be. And through as the dark a time as it was, it still gives me hope. Like when I see the ugliness that people spew on the internet, and I just think the worst. We see the worst of people on social media and on Facebook. I always think of that documentary and seeing just average Joe working a day in his life, just trying to save lives, sacrificing his life to save lives. And I like to think that's the American spirit, and that's what we would do for our neighbors if we were in that situation as well.
Amen.
Amanda Benjamin.
Yeah.
You're going to be opening and closing our show this evening.
I am.
And I know the first song that you'll be performing for us, you have some thoughts about.
Yeah. So, I started thinking about that, and, September 11th, and exactly what song am I going to sing? Because, is it going to be a reflection of that? Am I going to try to stay away from that? And I kept thinking about it, and just kind of remembering the day. And I used to, it's so, silly when you think back to the things you used to do. But, I did a lot of extracurriculars, music and theater and everything. And I was always so tired by the end of the day. So what I would do is just go to sleep as soon as I could. And I would wake up, 4:30, 5 a.m. and do my homework, reading and stuff, go to school. And so I had done that day, and I woke up and I turned on the TV and it had just happened. And I was like, same thing. You're like, that's not real. And so I started watching, and I was like, I guess I should. I was in so much shock. I was like, I guess I should be doing my homework. I don't know. So I was trying to do that, but I kept watching and again figuring out what was going on, and everybody else is asleep because it's early morning. And I saw the second plane hit. I was watching as it happened because they had cameras all over it, and it was unbelievable. And just watched basically until both towers had fallen and went to school. Again, figuring just in this utter shock, trying to go about your day and be normal, but it's not normal, and all these things. And then at the end of the day, we had a rehearsal, a nighttime rehearsal outside. And so, like Craig said, everything was quiet. And I remember we kind of sat down, laid down, I should say, on the grass and kind of looked at the stars. And so I was thinking about that memory a lot today, just looking at the stars and being quiet. And I realized how we lost so many people that day, and they were all in the sky, right? They were in a skyscraper, or they were in a plane, right? There are so many things happen. I guess not all of them. It's Pentagon's lower, but so many were lost in the sky somehow. And the song Blackbird came into my head, because I was thinking about how the stars are this light in the sky, and I just kind of imagined them going toward the light at the end of the night. So I decided to sing Blackbird tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned already, we have a great show in store for you this evening. Let's get lost in the entertainment and just wallow in the fellowship and communion of our friends here on Vaudacity, our family. Without further ado, Amanda Benjamin with Blackbird.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly. Blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird fly. Blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
Wow.
Amanda Benjamin. Beautiful.
Very nice.
Yes. Fantastic. And we'll hear more from Amanda at the end of the show this evening. She'll be
Oh, we got a two-songer from her tonight, huh?
two-songer.
Two-songer. Cool, cool, cool.
One more time for Amanda.
Yes!
And of course, you can hear her every Monday night, Amanda on Demand, right here on the Vaudacity Network.
In fact, she's got country songs coming up on Monday. Yeah. We'll promo that in just a little while.
Yes.
What was that?
Air horns. Pew, pew, pew,
Oh.
pew, pew. Or Star Wars pistols. And pew, 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 pew.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Whichever you would like. Air horns or Star Wars pistols. That's fine.
Works both ways depending upon the volume, right?
Pew, pew. Yeah.
Or whatever. Oh, you know what? It feels so good having Hearts Fire back here and just doing this. And what a great, Saturday night. We've got some great performers. In fact, we're going to introduce a performer tonight who is joining us, I believe, for the very first time. Please welcome Harley Davenport.
Second time, Harley.
Second time?
Yeah.
Is this your second time? Okay, my
That's
bad.
correct.
I'm sorry,
My
Harley.
second time.
Okay, that's how long it's been.
Yeah.
A minute.
It's great to see you, and we're so happy that you could join us tonight and share something else with us.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here again.
What are you doing for us and why tonight? Because I love the song, so it's going to be fun to hear what you do with it.
Well, I chose this song this time because my best friend Kelsey did sing it the first time she performed, but I chose this song because I relate to it as well. It's like how Elphaba and her sister Nessa are together because Nessa's in a wheelchair. So I relate to it with me and Kelsey because of the disability. But I really, really hope you guys like this one because me and her had different voice tones. So I really hope that you guys like it.
Fantastic. Well, we're so happy to have you on tonight. Thank you so much. And just before we get into the song, just a reminder to everybody, if you want to join us for the next Heartfire Cafe, you go to www.vaudacitycabaret.online. And now, without further ado, dun, da, 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 ladies and gentlemen, doing Defying Gravity, it's Harley Davenport.
Why couldn't stay calm for once? Instead of flying up and down, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. I hope you're happy how you work last forever.
I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy too. I hope you're proud how you would grovel in submission to feed your own ambition. So though I can't imagine how, I hope you're happy right now.
Elfie, listen to me. Just say you're sorry. And waited for you there how long you
I know, but I don't want it. No, I can't want it anymore. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I am through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes, and leave. It's time. No, too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I've lost. Well, if that's love, it comes that much too high a cost. I sooner fight defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye. I'm defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. Linda, come with me. Think of what we could do together. Unlimited. Together we're unlimited. Together we'll be the greatest team there's ever been. Glinda, dreams the way we planned them. There's no fight we cannot win. Just you and I defying gravity. With you and I defying gravity. They'll never bring us down. Well, are you coming?
I hope you're happy now that you're choosing this.
You too. I hope it brings you bliss. I really hope you get it and you don't live to regret it. I hope you're happy in the end. I hope you're happy, my friend.
No, get off!
So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves the chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, I'm defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Bring me down. Oh.
Great job, Harley.
It's here for Harley.
Got chills on that one. Ooh.
Thank you, darling. Hope to see you again soon.
Of course.
All right, and next up, a gentleman who needs no introduction because he's already had one a few times. My co-host himself, Mr. Craig Jackman. Give it up for Craig.
Thank you. I have to follow Harley?
I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'll try to do the best I can.
Noah, my son, he's 3. Anybody out there who doesn't know, he started this new thing that's like cuter than ever. Like he goes, if he did something that he thinks you're gonna be mad about, he just prefaces it with, "I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I dropped my fork on the floor." Like it's just like he knows now to like butter us up with, "Oh, listen, I am so sorry." Anyway, sorry, I just got off on it. I'm so sorry. I just got off on a tangent. We'll hear from Noah very soon. But first, we're going to hear from Craig Jackman. Craig, what are we going to hear from Craig Jackman tonight?
Well, and going through all the songs that I've done and not done, I had one that was kind of just like sitting over here. And I thought tonight would probably be a good time to kind of pull it off the shelf. Yeah. The song goes back to 1964, and it started in 1964, but in 1965, it became a #1 hit. Okay. And according to Rick Derringer, now the guy that name may sound familiar for those in the rock, rock of ages kind of group, but he was involved with several bands as a guitarist, but he was also in a band. He was the founding member of the band who made the song popular. I say that because the song came out with other bands doing it, but this is the popular version that I'll be doing. Yeah. The original version of the song was written by a high school kid in St. Louis. And the inspiration for the song is said to be jazz singer Dorothy Sloop. That may give you a little hint. The song also became very popular as part of the Ohio State University marching band during their football games, and eventually became the official rock song of the state of Ohio. So tonight, I'll be doing Hang On Sloopy by the McCoys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Jackman!
Hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on. Hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on. Sloopy lives in a very bad part of town. And everybody, yeah, tries to put my Sloopy down. Sloopy, I don't care what your daddy do. 'Cause Sloopy, girl, you know I'm in love with you. And so I sing out, hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on. Hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on. Sloopy wears a red dress, yeah, as old as the hills. But when Sloopy wears that red dress, yeah, you know it gives me the chills. Whoa. Sloopy, when I see you walking down the street, I says, don't worry, Sloopy girl, you belong to me. And so I sing out, hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on. Hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on. Yeah, yeah, give it to me. Sloopy, let your hair down, girl, let it hang down on me. Sloopy, let your hair down, girl, let it hang down on me. Oh yeah, come on, Sloopy. Well, come on, Sloopy. Come on, Sloopy. Well, come on, Sloopy. Well, it feels so good. You know it feels so good. Well, shake it, shake it, shake it, Sloopy. Well, shake it, shake it, shake it, yeah. Wow! Hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on.
Give it up for my co-host, Craig Jackman.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Craig. For a minute, I thought you were going to do the Sloop John B.
That was an alternative. I actually have that one in the other corner.
Oh, in the other corner. All right.
Yeah, so we'll have to pull that out on another night.
Craig, yeah, absolutely. We did that with the Bootstrappers for a minute before Disney management came over and said, I think that's pulling the guests out of the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ah,
But
okay.
it's an old song, sailing song, and they're like, no, because it's too poppy. Like people remember it. But
Wow.
Craig Jackman, give it up for Craig.
Thank you again very much. And we're so happy to have you with us tonight and sharing this amazing Hearts Fire Cabaret. I mean, the talent that's here, that you will soon experience more of the great talent that's part of this open mic night.
And has always been the thing, as I mentioned earlier. Try new things, spread your wings, take chances, do scary stuff, and joining us next, I'm so happy to have someone who has been one of the biggest supporters of the Vaudacity Network since the very beginning of COVID when we started the network, and picked up the ukulele. I had never played it before and performed live for the first time at our live show at the beginning of July. And tonight will mark her first time ever performing for us virtually. So excited to introduce to y'all, as just everybody knows her in the chat as E Minor. She is, of course, just one of the heartbeats of this family. Give it up for Emily Thatcher.
Yay, Emily.
Welcome, Emily. Now, Emily started playing. When did you start playing around with that ukulele?
April.
In April. All right, so
You were inspired, right, by somebody to pick it up?
It's a combination of Vaudacity, but this is named after one of our hosts here. This is Polly.
Oh, so sweet. But she's been, yeah, I know, like there's like a ukulele club. Like she's like been talking to Wendy. She's been talking to Nicole Pierce.
Cole, Hunter,
Yeah.
Amanda, Katie.
That's quite a club.
It is a fun, the Vaudacity Ukulele Club.
Actually, I think they're called also the ukuleles, right?
The ukuleles.
The ukuleles.
Love that. Love that. I got to get into that group. Wait. Anyway, Emily, I'm so happy that you're here, and you actually just celebrated a birthday yesterday.
I did.
So if you don't mind, I'm going to sing Happy Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emily. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, 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 wow.
There it is.
Thank you.
Of course. Yes. We're so happy to have you here. And I know you're super nervous, so I'll just let you play. What are you playing for us tonight?
I'm gonna do Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Love it. We love baseball. We love Emily Thatcher. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Emily Thatcher.
Feel free to sing along and root for your favorite baseball team at home. Thank you.
I've got a contract here for Led Zeppelin, so hang on, okay? We're going to send it your way.
Emily Thatcher, ladies and gentlemen. Playing for us live for the first time. But wait, she's not done yet.
What?
She has also produced a duet with another Vaudacity performer. Emily, do you want to talk about that and why this is happening? Why it's
Sure. Well, it was, I think, the weekend after I got the ukulele. I think it was on country night. Noah sang Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and I was watching a replay, and I was like, I'm learning that on ukulele. Noah just sang it. Like, I messaged Paul, like, maybe we can do a duet together. And then Paul was like, absolutely. In all capital letters, like, great. So I'll learn it. And yeah, I sent him a video last week, and I can't wait to see this.
As all of these collaborations have been done on Vaudacity, it's virtual. Somebody sends one person their piece, their other piece. Amanda can talk to this more, but like we can't be in the same room together to put them together, but it's amazing. It's kind of magical when you get to see it come together for the first time. And I'm so excited to show it to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Emily Thatcher and Noah Carganilla with Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little toe, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little toe, how I wonder what you are.
Oh my gosh, that was so priceless.
That's so cute.
That's Emily Thatcher and Noah Carganilla with Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Oh, I love that.
I think we need another collaboration here soon.
I think so too. Amazing. And congratulations, Emily, for your first live virtual performance. And we can't wait to see you back here.
Yay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Thatcher.
Great job, Emily.
Woo!
Another tough act to follow.
Yes.
Wow, we are getting some really neat performers tonight.
As always.
And I think our next guest is he's no slouch either. He's you know what I love about our next guest is that he continues to perform for us in a variety of our shows, the online show, and then he has his own show. He had one last week which was amazing. For those of you who are not familiar with the Panano Man, please welcome David Benjamin, our resident classical music artist and teacher and pun king.
Hey guys, it's a really good thing I came back when I did because I didn't realize I was on next and I got up to try and get the dog to go out to go to the bathroom. So it's a good thing she didn't need to go.
Are you sure? Because we can wait a second.
Oh no, she's fine.
Okay.
She's fine. She followed me halfway and then just stopped and stared at me. So I think she wants something else. Don't know what.
Maybe
Good
she's
girl.
also saying, I'm going to take you up halfway so you can do your performance and then
Yeah.
take care of me afterwards.
Well, David.
Yes, Paul.
Okay.
Paul. Doesn't work as well.
What have you prepared for us this evening?
Well, yeah, I'm still honestly still wrestling a bit. I'm pulling a Wendy Walker here. I had sat down and thought, oh, the Saber Dance by Cacciaturian would be kind of fun to do. I'm pretty sure though it's not the entire piece. It's originally for orchestra. What I've got is not the whole thing. And I've been playing something earlier today that as we started talking about 9/11, I thought, you know what, this piece by Schubert, which is not one I've played on the network before. It's a slow movement from one of his piano sonatas. I think much better encapsulates what I've been feeling and looking back on 9/11 and how it affected me. It's so much more than I could ever put into words. So I thought I would surprise y'all and share that instead.
Why not? Give it to us, please, on those 88 keys. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Benjamin.
And I'll play the Cacciatorian at some point.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for David Benjamin.
Thank you. And I apologize for the little hiccup at the beginning. Zoom popped up a notification and is partially covering the music.
Don't you just?
I didn't even notice
It
it.
happens.
That was incredible.
Well, thank you.
Good
Yeah,
for David.
I forgot about that piece till recently. It's an incredible piece of music.
So good. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Beautiful, David.
Amazing. Speaking of sharing with us,
Oh my gosh. You know what? We have 2 super chats to let people know about. And thank you so much for everybody who is donating on the super chat. If you want to donate, you don't have to. That's the beauty of this, is you don't have to. We just love that you're with us tonight. But if you'd like to donate to the super chat, there's on the bottom of the chat, there's a little $ down there. Click on that and then you can donate like Nicole Pierce did. She says, everyone's killing it as usual. Love and miss you all. Also, Emily and Noah equal Emily plus Noah equals cuteness overload, with lots of hearts. And yeah, thank you so much, Nicole. And
thank
Kelsey
you, Nicole
Blaine.
Pierce.
Yeah, Kelsey Blaine Gibson also. Always an incredible show. Great work, everyone. Thank you so much, Kelsey.
Thank you, Kelsey. And thank you, everyone, for supporting the show. Of course, every tip that's dropped into the Super Chat and into the Venmo gets split amongst all of the performers here tonight.
What is the Venmo, by the way?
The Venmo is at Vaudacity Network. If you're watching the show in perpetuity, you can't actively tip through the Super Chat, then you can do it on the Venmo. Just make sure you make a note of what show it's for, and I'll make sure that every cast member of the show gets the split of the cut. A cut of the split,
Close
tip
enough.
of the split.
And if there were bananas, it would be a banana split, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So where are the minions? And then, by the way, it's Hearts Fire Cabaret episode number 5. So
Fun fact, bananas don't in real life actually appeal to the minions.
Ba-dum-bum.
Also, I read somewhere what we think are the tops of the bananas or the bottoms.
Well, you know what? Yeah.
Open them from
You
the
open it from the bottom is easier if you open the banana or break it open that way. That's how monkeys do it.
That's bananas.
And of course, we are monkeys in a sense.
Don't upset the Republicans, Craig.
Okay. Well, you know what? We have another amazing performer with us tonight who is also the host of this show and many other shows. You know what, Paul, ever since they came out with the term Vaudaddy, I kind of like that. That's right up your alley.
Oh, that's just...
Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer, Paul Carganilla.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you. But just for the record, like if I had a choice between Vod Daddy and Vod Father, I feel like Vod Father is more.
Okay, Vodfather then.
They've been flowing around. I mean, they've been tossing.
That's true. It's been back and forth. But okay, the Vod. Wait a minute. It's the Vodfather.
Not even like mobster type, but just it sounds more mature. Like Vod Daddy is like I'm going out to like clubs and like I don't know.
Big bad voodoo daddy.
I feel
there.
like Vod Father is more mature and that's fine. Anyway, so I'm gonna do a song that I actually did on our last live picnic before COVID hit was Polly's Picnic number 20. And this is a song from a musical called Is There Life After High School, which I never would have heard of if my mother wasn't such a huge fan of Barry Manilow. My mom's a huge Barry Manilow fan, and she had this record that Barry Manilow did of like Broadway show. I think the record is actually called Showstoppers. And so Barry Manilow sings these Broadway showstoppers, and on his CD was this tune. And I don't know if you know me, but I'm kind of sentimental. And I loved my high school years. I loved everything about high school. I immersed myself in everything I possibly could in my high school experience. And this song just totally spoke to me. And the musical is so just like... what's the word for nobody's ever heard of it, but obscure. No. And so finding a track for it has been really hard throughout the years. But I found one online right before COVID hit, and I sang this at the 20th at the live picnic at the Dance Company in Long Beach, February 29th of 2020. But I'm going to do it again here tonight.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Carganilla.
Thank you. It's called The Kid Inside. I do need to pull up the lyrics because there is no karaoke track. There's a kid inside, and I have him with me always. There's a kid inside Walking down old high school hallways, there's a kid inside, at a desk, at a dance, in the halls, in the showers. There's a kid inside to this very day. And he makes a try for that high pop fly that I fumbled one September. And he makes a fuss over some A+ that I shouldn't still remember. And he goes along, getting hurt, getting mad, fighting fights that are over. And unless I'm strong, all my senses are carried away. I can feel my hand, my trembling hand, on Michelle's Angora sweater. I can hear my band, that awful band, only now it sounds much better. I can see the kid I used to be, on the stage, on the field, on the lunch line. I can feel him tugging at me. Every time I think I don't care, I blink and he's there again. He's there again. Fighting ancient wrongs, humming old hit songs in my head. Singing, come along, come along, come along for the ride. To a time and place I could not forget if I tried. I never know when the breeze will blow with a rush of old sensations. Why the kid should wake and my heart should ache every time I smell carnations. Something rings the bell, anything at all. All it takes is the slam of a locker, or the switch from summer to fall. A change in season seems barely reason, but there he goes. He's there again. Fighting ancient wrongs, humming old hit songs in my head. Singing, come along, come along, come along for the ride. To a time and place I could not forget if I tried. There he goes again. He's humming his songs. He's there again. The kid inside, humming his songs. He's there again. The kid inside.
Wow.
Thanks, bro. Love that song. I love that song so much. I'm just such a kid inside, and just so sentimental. Like that one tugs at me.
I could see where that would tug at everybody because it does speak to the kid inside.
Yeah. People who enjoyed their school years. A lot of people hated them, but it's a good one. Love that tune. All right, Craigers, we're about to hit the last performance of the evening. Let's tell people about what's coming up.
Oh, I think that's a very good idea because we got a whole bunch of stuff now that we're in season again, so to speak.
Yes.
So let's start off with later tonight.
Later tonight. Oh, yes. Much later tonight at 10 p.m. My wife and I are doing a little In the Cove together. It's an episode of In the Cove. It's episode 13, and Jamie and I will be doing some tunes. I know it's very late, especially if you're on another coast, and even if you're here. But it is Saturday night, so if you're up late tonight, join us. Anytime Jamie and I go live, it's a lot of fun. So this is
and that's a great picture from your time out in Hawaii.
I took a photo off the video that we shared from our balcony of the hotel room, and I just put it in that cove, which is like somewhere in the Pacific. I'm gonna have to get there before I die, but I'm gonna have to get to that cove that I use the in the cove picture from. And then, of course, tomorrow night is the return of the Suggestion Box and Tom Carosa's triumphant return to the Vaudacity Network. We're so excited. Tomorrow night, Sunday night at 9 p.m. Western of Pacific time. It's going to be a great show. We got the whole Suggestion Box cast, and gosh, can't wait to see you there. Monday night, of course, Amanda on Amanda. She's doing, as Craig mentioned earlier, country music. Send your requests to her at vaudacity.online, and they will be added to her wheel for her show Monday night. And then, of course, we got a very special Wednesday night Pickers Circle with Mike and Nicole Pierce. Nicole's in the chat here. I see her chatting it up with everybody. It's going to be a great, great show. Wednesday night, I actually was invited to be a part of that, so I hope to see y'all Wednesday as well. And of course, every Thursday night, Hunter Ackerman. I can't wait to hear all about his adventures in the Salt Flats of Nevada on his vacation. As I had a vacation last week, he did as well. So we'll hear all about that Thursday night, if not Monday night on his channel. But lots of great stuff coming up.
As always on Vaudacity.
Yes, but before we say goodnight, we've got one more performance, as we mentioned, as she opened our show. Do we want to do the cast photo?
Oh,
yeah. Let's invite all the cast. Thank you so much, Craig. Mm-hmm. The cast. If any cast members are around, let's grab a cast photo. Hashtag it. Hashtag Vaudacity Network, Hearts Fire Cabaret. Not that whole thing, but hashtag both of those.
Hashtag Vaudacity Network, and then hashtag Hearts Fire Cabaret.
That's what I meant. Thank you, Craig. You're so much more eloquent than I. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Cheese! Happy birthday again, Emily Thatcher. Great job.
Thank you.
Yes. We have one final performance tonight, and that is with our show opener, Amanda Benjamin. She is returning for another tune. And Amanda, what are you sending us home with tonight?
Well, I thought I would lift our spirits at the end a little bit with something pretty fun. We always say we want to try new things, and I've never performed this before. And shocker, it's in Spanish. Which I've done little bits of Spanish, but never a whole song. But so thought I'd give it a try. It was requested for my 90s night. And it's come up on the wheel, and I was like, I'm going to have to find a time to do it. And so I decided to do it tonight. And that request was from Dari Mills. So hopefully, I know Dari is working tonight, so hopefully you watch it after. And the song is Selena's Beady Beady Bum Bum, which I thought was fun.
Love it. People go crazy. Get off your seats at home. And ladies and gentlemen, here's Amanda Benjamin with Selena's Beady Beady Bum Bum.
Hey, yeah. Barriki tiki bon. Hey, 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 yeah. Bum bum. Beady bum bum. Beady beady bum. Beady beady beady. Cada vez que lo veo pasar. Mi corazón se enloquece y me empieza a palpitar y se emociona, que no razona, no lo puedo controlar y se emociona, que no razona y me empieza a cantar. Me canta así, así. Bidi bidi bum bum. Bidi bidi bum bum. Bidi 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 bum bum. Bidi 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 bum. Cada vez que lo oigo hablar, me tiemblan hasta las piernas. Y y el corazón igual. Y se emociona, ya no razona, no lo puedo controlar. Uy, se emociona, ya no razona y empieza a cantar. Me canta así, así, biri bam bam, biri bam bam, biri bam bam, biri bam. Ey, yeah, sa riki tiki pom, ey, oh, oh. Cuando escucho esta canción, mi corazón quiere cantar así. Oh, me canta así, me canta así. Cada vez que lo veo pasar. Oh, mi corazón se enloquece. Cada vez que lo veo pasar. Y me empieza a palpitar así.
Amanda Benjamin!
Woo! Okay, raise your hand. How many of you were dancing?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
How can you help it with that song?
Oh,
Setting us
wow.
out on that happy note. Amanda Benjamin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Craig, if people want to say thank you again one more time, how can they do that?
They can go to the bottom of that chat that is there to the right of what they're looking at. They click on that $sign down there and then just go ahead and follow the instructions to enter a super chat, and it will get split among everybody who is performing tonight. And if you are watching this after Hearts Fire Cafe, that's okay. We'll still split it. Please share. That doesn't, we're just glad to have you with us tonight. That is the most important thing. But if you can spare a little bit, that would be amazing.
Every live show that we do here on the network is available to watch again in perpetuity. I was on vacation last week. I missed Amanda's show. I missed Deep Cuts, but I'm going to go back and watch them this week. And as you watch them, if you want to tip everybody who is a part of the cast, you can always do that on Venmo at Vaudacity Network. Just make a little note in the transaction of what show it's for, and I'll make sure that everybody who was in that show gets a little gets their equal cut of the split of the cut. I still can't say it right. It's
close enough. I mean, just the point is, if you want to watch any of the replays, go to VaudacityNetwork.com.
Absolutely. And thank you so much to everybody who interacted with us in the chat. Everybody who donated. Again, Kelsey Blaine Gibson, Nicole Pierce. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget, we have so many great shows coming up tonight at 10 p.m. In just a couple of hours. My wife and I will be on with In the Cove, and Craig will be here as well, I believe.
Yes, I will, if you'll have me.
Of course. Craig, myself, and Jamie will be here for an In the Cove at 10 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow night is a suggestion box, of course. Monday, we have Amanda. Wednesday, we have the Pierces. Thursday, we have Hunter. So just come. We can't wait to see you back here. Thank you again, everybody. Let's bring everybody out. Everyone who's still around for a big bow at the end of the show here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Amanda Benjamin, Emily Thatcher, Harley Davenport, David Benjamin, of course, my co-host, Mr. Paul Carganilla.
And give it up for Craig Jackman. Thank you all so much for a great show tonight. Be well out there, and we hope to see you all again soon.